Hi everybody, it's Mr. Bill again. I thought you'd like to see our other friend that lives at the front desk, or behind the front desk, and that is Habanero, the Nicaraguan Boa. Don't worry, that scratch my arm was from landscaping yesterday. Oh, whoa, nice work, Habanero. She's saying hello. Look what she's doing with her tongue. Can you do that? So as you know, we like to taste things with our tongue, but Habanero, the snake, is doing something different. She is actually smelling with her tongue. She doesn't have a nose like we do. That's how we smell. But Habanero is tasting the air. So all smelling is getting stuff from the air up your nose to your brain. So instead of going like this, that's how we get it to our brain. Habanero is sticking her tongue out, and she sticks her tongue up to the bottom of her brain. That's how she smells. So if you want to smell like a snake, you have to go out and up, out, up. And that's how snakes smell. So she's constantly sticking her tongue out so she can smell the air. And so she'll be smelling for the type of food she likes to eat. Does anyone guess what snakes like to eat? Why don't you guess? Guess with your mom or dad, your brothers or sisters. What do you think? What do you think Habanero, the snake, would like to eat? Oh, good job, Habanero. She's so strong. Well, snakes love to eat things like mice and rats. They can eat birds. They could eat, a really big one could eat, they like to eat eggs sometimes. So they eat a lot of different types of animals, and they use to find them with their tongue, sticking them out like that. And so you can see she does not have any legs or arms, so they get around just by moving around on their belly. And you can see she's a pretty thick snake, so this is all a big ball of muscle. So she's wrapping around my arm to grip onto, and that's how she doesn't fall. So I really wouldn't even need to be holding her. She would go around my arms as if I was like a tree branch. See, she's reaching out. She loves the camera. I never knew she loved the camera so much. So we talked about yesterday with Henry the rabbit, their eyes, and Habaneros are more in the front of her head because she's a hunter. If your eyes are on the rhyme that I like to say is eyes on the side, I like to hide. Eyes in the front, I like to hunt. So if your eyes are in the front, like lions or tigers or snakes, they're typically more hunters than they are hiders. So once she catches something she wants to eat, like a mouse, what she does is she wraps her body around it, squeezes, and holds on, and then she swallows it in one gulp, because they only have two big teeth that they use to grab onto, but they don't actually chew their food. They swallow it in one big gulp. So imagine what you had for breakfast. Maybe you had an apple or banana or pancakes. Imagine not chewing it at all and just down in one big boop. Now how they can do that is their mouths are really special. So our mouth, our top and bottom mouth are connected right here. Our upper jaw and our lower jaw, and it's connected. What they can do is unconnect their jaws so they can open and keep opening and keep opening. If we had a mouth like a snake, we could swallow a watermelon whole without chewing it. But we don't have a mouth like a snake, so we have to chew it. But if we did, we could unhinge our jaw and swallow it down in one gulp. We could swallow a watermelon without chewing it at all, if we had a mouth like a snake, which we don't, so we chew our food. So that's how she eats and catches her food. She finds it with using her tongue, like this, catching it, sticking it up to her brain to figure out where it is, and then she grabs on, wraps herself around it, and swallows it in one gulp. That's how she eats. I want you to look at her pretty scales. That's what her body's covered in. They're called scales. We're covered in fur, some more than others. Yeah, I've got fur on my face. If you look at your arm right now. All of you have fur. Some people just have more than others. Like your daddies might have it on their back and on their toes. But if you look down at your arm, you've got fur. See? On your arm. Look right now. You have fur. You just don't have as much as, say, a dog or a cat or a rabbit, like Henry the rabbit yesterday. So reptiles like Habanero have scales on their body. And you actually have something on your body that's like scales, and it's right here. What's that on the end of my finger? It's a fingernail. The same thing that scales are made of is the same thing your fingernail is made of. So having scales is kind of like having your whole body covered in fingernails. Well, that's weird. But it helps them stay protected. It helps them hold in water. And scales are what cover their whole body. Even over their eyelids have scales. So when they shed, they lose all of their old scales as they get worn out, and they grow new ones underneath. So this is how, ooh, look at all the colors underneath. She's such a pretty snake and big. And Habanero is almost as tall as I am. That's pretty tall. Almost as tall as your moms and dads. So Habanero is even bigger than you are. Right, Habanero? Yes. I don't know what, she loves licking the phone. She's really smelling something on the phone. I don't know what it is on the camera, but we're gonna put Habanero back. She's been so good. We're gonna say goodbye today, and we're gonna see you again, either me and maybe next week we can get Mr. Derek to do a presentation and show you some of the animals, because he takes care of all the animals even while you're gone. He's here taking care of them. So thanks again, everybody. Bye-bye.